You're definitely not getting in the squad. France.
Sweden struggling.
I didn't even call him. I was like, hungry. Oh!
You've been a player ahead of a major tournament. You've been in the squad going up to the Euros where Turkey finished in the semi-finals.
Yeah, third.
Semi-finals.
Third.
Can
you say third, please?
Third.
Thank you.
From a player perspective, this is the biggest party in the world, right? Up until you've got the European Championships, which was your World Cup essentially, and the World Cup itself. Surely your mentality from here on in, once you qualified, is I am not doing anything to get injured. I'm going to wrap myself in bubble wrap and cotton wool, and I'm going to try my best in games, and I'm going to try not to get injured when I'm trying my best in games as well. How much does it affect you? Because I'm sorry, anybody who says that, oh, no, he's going to give it his all, what kind of idiot's going to do that?
Me.
You get one chance.
I tell you what, yeah, it's a great question because there are people that definitely think like that. Through my experience, when you think like that, you end up getting injured. You end up, when you go half-heart into a tackle, when you go in...
My mentality is just miss the tackle altogether. Like, position yourself off the pitch. There are professional players, I've seen them with my own eyes, Kaz, who managed to avoid the ball for 90 minutes. Literally, I could even pull out the video. They're missing, like, you know the channel. All he needs to do, like a half-yard movement, even in his body this way, and the ball can get to you. You can open up that channel. He'll stand like this. The ball's up the other end of the pitch as well, and he'll just be countering off to make sure that he's in precisely the right position to avoid the ball at all costs as well. Surely, you're just going to not even go for the tackle.
Not me. There are some players that do that, but I just think, like, you know what I think.
Sorry. You've seen it, right? It's not just me making it up.
No,
there are some players who
100%.
absolutely...
When it gets to a certain period, you can't do that from like now. You can't do that from now to the end of the season.
Okay, so let's say I'm going to the World Cup, training itself, right? Training, I'm going aerobically. I'm going to do a lot. I'm going to do my strength work and that, but game time and that.
From now.
From
October. What national team do you play for? Cause you might do all that come May.
Yeah, and I'd always play for France, and I'm Parisian, so we think we can get away with it.
So you're definitely not getting in the squad. France got a crazy squad. Nah, listen, look, the only example I can give to you for that is you can do everything right and still not get picked like Jermaine Defoe, and they take Theo Walcott.
That was
crazy.
A horrible.
And that's no thing to Theo Walcott, but at that moment, that specific moment, we're not talking about the next one when Theo Walcott became Theo.
Do you think
Walcott.
Jermaine had been playing like he wanted to go to the World Cup and jumped out a couple of tackles?
No, Jermaine was
February
playing. One thing you can say about Jermaine, he ain't turning down no goals.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't turning down no goals. So I don't know the stats on that. Yeah, HMRC, not trying to get there again, but I guarantee you, Jermaine was Jermaine that season.
Yeah,
and he should have 100%.
21 goals,
probably, something like that for sure. Like 15 between 20 for sure. Yeah. As Jermaine had a season less than 15, I don't think so. But so you can still do everything right and not go. So in my mind, I'd rather do everything right, know that I'm in control of everything that I can be in control with, and then I didn't get picked, rather than half-heart. And then when you don't get picked, do you know what you're thinking? You're not thinking, well, me personally, I'm not thinking, right, the coach is an idiot. I'm thinking like, yo, you bleeped up. You bleeped up. You threw in the towel. You had your nose in the air for the last 4 months, and it's got cut. You understand? So like in life, I think when you look yourself in the mirror and things don't go your way, when you can look in that mirror and say, you know what, I did everything. It's not going to be
everything until April.
No, everything. Not just that. I mean, just in general, right?
Yeah. And
it's an easier thing to stomach, rather than you look at it and being like, you let yourself down, man.
What's the feeling like in the squad where you're thinking that was the wrong pick, and the whole team knows it, Because when the point that you made about Theo Walcott, who's a lovely guy, lovely family, but not the right player for that tournament by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Was a ridiculous pick, caused rifts in that team as well, because you're just thinking, what is this guy Sven doing? What is he doing? What kind of a pick is that? And what does it do inside that team?
So we had one. Like, so when I got picked for Turkey, we all went.
It was you.
It weren't me. We had one that didn't get picked, but not one that got picked and shouldn't have been there.
Mm-hmm.
We got one that didn't get picked. Do you remember Bashtuk?
Yeah.
Yildirim Bashtuk,
Yeah.
So at that moment, he was still Yildirim
man.
Bashtuk, 2008. It was him. And Fatih Terim on the last day cut him. And we could hear the room getting smashed up in there and stuff like that. He was an angry guy after that. So we was all sitting there like, yo, he could cut him. Anyone can get cut. That's how I was thinking, like, he just got cut. Anyone can get cut. And for me, in all honesty, I believe that I should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I didn't think I was actually gonna be in the squad.
Guy.
In the squad.
Okay. So you'd mentally prepared to be cut, right?
No, not to be cut. I would never mentally prepare for failure. But what it was, I knew I should
Your family
be there.
had, right?
No,
Your family were there at the end, just ready already.
Nah.
No?
What I did was this about this guy. No, what it was is a lot to do with politics.
Yeah.
So it was nothing. It's politics as well. I didn't play one of the qualifying games leading up to it.
That's why you didn't know that you had to protect yourself. That's why. Okay. Makes sense now.
So yeah, when I got called, after the last two games, that's when the squad come out. We was in camp for like 6 weeks leading up to the Euros, and then the last 10 days was everyone was getting cut. So
I've got to say, week 5 must have been.
it was long. We started off in Antalya. And
Okay, so holiday time, right? Nice hotels.
Straight after, nice hotel, but then we
running
moved.
around bikes, beaches.
Then we
and then
moved 3 weeks into some little village in Germany. That was tough.
What was it called? Do you remember?
I don't remember where, but it was literally a bike town. Nothing around.
Was
We
there
just
a
focused.
lake and some trees?
Lake
just
and
outside
trees,
the town? And
Golf,
yeah.
buggy, bike.
Yeah.
And so
Bratwurst.
sometimes people don't understand how boring being in a tournament is away from the games. Like, you are literally, my time now is a bit different. You see now when they go into these World Cups, like, they got like their own training centers and computer rooms and this and that, and family can, well, when I was there, we was in camp literally 6-7 weeks before, and then we got to the semi-finals.
Tell me about your hotel.
Hotel was beautiful.
So you managed to get one, because half of the national teams are not very, very well organised.
Now, Turkey, see, one thing I say about Turkey, okay, the organisation in terms of planes, logistics, hotels, chefs, kit, second to none in that aspect.
How good was the food?
How good is the food? Yeah. Listen, sometimes national team I come back overweight.
That's what I was going to say, because if you're in this confined space for 6 weeks, and, with all due respect to your international teammates, some of them are not the best orators or talkers as well. They're quiet guys too, and you're going to be bored crapless after 5 minutes with them. So
also, you have to
they're just gonna
understand,
eat, right?
Turkish culture. Whenever a player wants something, that chef is there. I don't know how he even knows.
You just felt the symbiotic
He just
rumbles of your tummy.
Have you seen?
Like a
that?
lemon.
Have you seen that? What is it? That GIF? Is that how you say? Is it a GIF? You see where Homer Simpson goes into that bush
Into the hedge.
and then he comes out the hedge.
Yeah.
Yep. That the chefs are like that. You got 2-3 chefs. You're hungry. You might
Terminator
be like,
style.
It just comes. You understand? And you'd have a room. Man, the desserts, the food, sütlü nuriye. Oh my god, sütlü nuriye. Oh man, it's my favorite dessert in the world. From Kocaeli.
So I know you didn't just have one. You're not just going to have one dessert. Is there a point where the national team chef is looking at you thinking, calmate. Just
Nah.
a little bit. Or
Nah,
is he just... Is
you know
he
what?
just, is he as bored as you?
Turkish people that are in certain jobs, yeah, especially when it's to cater to a certain person or certain people, they're unbelievable at it, right? So they're just enablers. Yeah, make it stand, Nabi. I'm like, yeah. They will never tell you no. They're enablers.
Condiments!
Yeah.
Give me the condiments!
The nicest people with great service, unbelievable. He will never, Abi, that's chocolate, yeah. He's never gonna tell you it's a little bit too much now. Never. Never.
Wait more.
The heist then. Yeah, please. Yeah, so those things in terms of that. Now we can talk. There's other things that can be much better, like looking after the pitches, stuff like that. But you see, like your kit and how much kit you get and how they look after you and everything you can need. Yeah. I've never experienced other national teams, but in terms of that, I'd say that's the standard.
Yeah.
So wherever you need to get to, all the flights are there. You're going here. Listen, my wife is gonna come and meet. Yep, boom, done. Everything. Unbelievable. Second to none. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
because when you hear these horror stories about some national teams and etc. like that,
I think,
Turkey never.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Dan Ashworth was, for me, the architect behind England becoming an international force again. From the work that he did initially when he was at the FA before he embarked on went back to club football. What he did was essentially write the DNA in the youth system. So if you used to go to a youth international tournament, there'd be one coach, one coach and maybe an assistant manager flying out together, taking the squad of 20, checking them into the hotel, having liaising the chat, all this kind of stuff, not really focusing on the football match itself. Not having the scouts in place or the recruitment structure in place to actually identify who are the best players, who should be on our list, who should be coming to these squads. So we just got organised.
In terms of that, Turkey can be better.
Yeah.
100%. I feel that's something where Turkish football's missing out on, is having real credited, not people just with qualifications, people that are really good, and are of the standard. I think we can get better at that, definitely. But in terms of like, for example, you needed nothing. Everything was done for you. So,
was capable.
for example, we went to New Jersey for a tour. This was with Gus Hiddink. Obviously, they're nowhere in New York. Well, we're in New Jersey, and New York's just over the bridge, right? Or the tunnel, whichever I need to go. They had all cars outside ready in case anyone wanted to go. All Turkish people as well. So everywhere we go, they got everything set. They thought of everything that might be needed for any player. No one has to go and try and book up anything or private. No, we got everything. We got the security.
Do you want to go anyway? Like, nah.
I'm in my room, chef. I didn't even call him. I was like, hungry. Oh, just comes out, but hey, listen, people, don't clip that and try and be like I was out of weight. What I mean is, like, if I would have went in and 98 kilos, I might have come back 98.5, 98.6, for example, and just
after the additional running.
Then I'd need to. Yeah. But
I think it's funny that you say, listen, the setup was all good, because with England, similarly as well, St George's Park, 10, 15 years ago, was it St George's Park was put in place? We didn't have that centre before. In France, we've got Clairefontaine, had it for years as well, beautiful old building, and there is the meetup. Now, with the French national team, there was always, historically, a bit of a clash within the country over the origins of the French national team, with David Trezeguet being South American, and you had players from Suriname, you had players from Ivory Coast, you had players who were Cameroonian of origin, and there was a bit of a cultural issue within France, basically. Marine Le Pen, the right wing, was very close to getting into power, and 15, 20 years ago, there was a bit of a shift coming in. Now the French national team is celebrated and their difference is celebrated, where they have a fashion show. So before every call-up now,
Yeah, I know.
the boys are doing a proper catwalk. So it's based in Paris as well. It's Parisian. What do you think of that?
I think it's great for media.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for media. I think when you look at the way France do it in terms of sponsorship, so if you see, all them players must park their car somewhere else because they all turn up in
Yeah, they've got.
it's not Peugeot, it's the other one, Renault, right?
They've all got contractual liabilities
So-
basically via the FFF.
Yeah.
So
So
they
who
will come in a
sponsors the
certain-
car?
yeah.
The official
yeah.
car sponsor is whoever. I think it's, how do you say it in French?
Renault.
Renault. You see my accent, it's unbelievable. Yeah. So they don't mind that because now their cars are getting advertised and all stuff like that. It's cool. I think it's all right. I think it's all right in terms of coming into the camp. You understand?
Mhm.
And then I think that's where it should stay though. I've seen this argument online that it should be more like the NBA. In terms of, you see, NBA don't come in their tracksuits, right? They come in every game is a catwalk. And
Is it more beneficial to the individual player than as a team? Because as an
I think
individual
it
player,
is,
you can
but-
get sponsored your backside up as well, getting all your best Jacko gear, and I don't know.
I just think, like match day, yeah, whether it's home or away, when you put on that tracksuit, or your suit, whatever it is, because that tracksuit and suit is for specific match days. Now when that's going on.
Yeah, but England used to be sponsors. The suit sponsor was Burton. How would you feel?
Yeah, but
going
now
in there?
these days have changed.
Italy are in Armani.
Listen, these days have
France are in
changed.
Yves
These
Saint
boys-
Laurent. You've got
these-
Jesus Del Pozo doing the Spanish ones in England.
Yeah,
Burton.
these young men and young and women, they got more flavour now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
More
They got
individuality.
more style, more creativity, more individualness because they're allowed to now. Yeah, some. I'll say that I was one of the people that used to try and kick down that door. So what? You got headphones on. That was a big thing.
How did you try and kick down this fashion door?
Not fashion. I don't believe in fashion. I think I wear what I want to wear. If I walk in Primark and
You're
I
not
like
you're
it,
not
I buy it.
influenced. Yeah.
Yeah, fashion. I'm more of style.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I don't buy something just because it's Dolce & Gabbana and then wear it and it looks atrocious but it's Dolce & Gabbana. I couldn't care about that.
Yeah.
You understand?
You
Like
do
that.
get a few.
Yeah.
Some absolutely horrific
Right.
dress.
What I mean by I try to stop the prejudgment of, oh, he's got his headphones on, who's he think he is? That's what I try to stop. Nothing about, I'm not trying to ask to come in a trench coat. No, but people have to also understand this environment that we're in. When you I think Deion Sanders, who I look at quite a lot,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got that quote, what is it?
The American footballer.
Yes,
Yeah.
but now he's a coach, right?
Yeah. He used to play for the
Starts with a
Cowboys,
C.
Cowboys,
Nah,
Colts.
he used to play for Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's played for.
Colorado Buffaloes.
Say again, Colorado.
Colorado.
That's it. He's a coach, Colorado. He says, dress good, feel good, play good, get paid good. All right.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I totally, football is a feeling.
Mm-hmm. So Dominic
know.
Calvert-Lewin has done the first 4 steps. Anyway, moving on. One of the other ones that
That's
you wanted to touch on.
wild. Sorry.
It was yeah. Sorry, I had to go that one. One of the historically successful teams in World Cup football, Sweden, are having an absolute mare at the moment as well. Victor Gyökeres is tearing it up on 0. Isak also has equalled that tally. I think with Isak being injured, not up to speed, and that is fair enough, but I don't know. What are we saying, Kaz?
I can't lie, yeah. if you were saying certain things about me and I was off camera, yeah, I'd be looking for you. But your one-liners are like, wait, his one-liners are crazy. Listen, do you know what's weird? I was watching with my son, you know, the Pele documentary, like Americanized film on Netflix.
Yeah.
Didn't realize, like, even me personally, I didn't realize how much of a dominant force Sweden was.
They were
The World Cup was
big
over in
boys.
Sweden, wasn't it? Where
Big
Pele,
boys. Very, very early on.
yeah,
They were, you know, the European powerhouse, certainly.
yeah. So to see, obviously they're not qualifying, are they? So to see them not qualify for a World Cup, I always like to see that. I love their kits. You know what I mean?
I think the most memorable one for me was the Berlin Darlene. Thomas Berlin, Martin Darlene. So it was the Adidas yellow, just with the 3 blue stripes down there.
I like the one that was like the blue.
Yeah.
It's on the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what, with Sweden now, I think normally you could identify someone that was like there. So let's take Isak out of the equation, because okay, he's going through what he's going through or whatever, but you know, like before, like the Ibrahimovic's, the Jimmy Durman.
Yeah.
Who else did they have? You had I can't remember his name off the left. I can't remember his name, but they also got one Somali boy now as well. Forgive me, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's
the
really
youngster who was playing
left-footed.
Was he at Jagardens or something like
I
that?
don't know where he is, but
Now,
say again.
the player currently.
Yeah,
Sema?
is that his name?
I think so.
Listen, he's going on with a wickedness.
Yeah, Ken Sema.
Nah, not Watford. Is that where he was?
Yeah.
No, not him. He's not Somali.
But they got some proper badass. I mean, but with the Swedish
And I
team,
don't know if he's in the national team. I have to look at that.
he was with the under-21s, I think, as a
Man,
17, 18-year-old.
and I just think, you know, like sometimes when you're in that slump, you need something to fresh you out, don't you?
Yeah.
But everybody's more on system, structure. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, you know, listen, Sweden struggling,